What is up everybody, and welcome back to another Among Us video. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you about a lobby that no player in Among Us should ever join. When I was playing Among Us, I found myself on one of the most strangest lobbies to ever be created. There was 5 imposters in my match, and a hacker. What you're about to witness is something that you have never seen before, and I hope that none of you get into this type of situation, because what ended up happening to me will shock all of you, so you won't want to miss this. And before we get any further into this video, I do want to mention that 70% of you have not hit that subscribe button, which means that you're missing out on Among Us darkest secrets. So why not solve that issue by hitting the subscribe button with all post notifications turned on, and dropping a like on this video if you do enjoy. But now let's begin with today's story video. So something very strange happened to me while I was playing Among Us. It was early in the morning and I got on to play a few games. And when I joined the lobby, there was 2 Forta greens. I have encountered players like this before, but 2 is crossing the line. When I thought things couldn't get any worse, blue began to teleport across the entire lobby. One of the Forta greens also changed their color, which surprised me. I don't even know what I got myself into, but none of this seems good. In the past, I usually only have to deal with 1 suspicious player, but 3 in total? That is gonna be a nightmare. We patiently waited for more players to join, but I couldn't help but wonder what the games were gonna be like. But I guess it's time to find out. We got into the game and I was a crewmate, and I saw 3 Forta greens. What? There was 2 in the lobby, not 3. I went off to do my task, but then a sabotage was called, which was O2, and that distracted all of us. You know, I changed my mind on doing tasks. I'm gonna look around for any suspicious activity, and possibly get an answer. Blue's body was then reported, but that doesn't make any sense. He was one of the hackers back in the lobby. But then I looked above me, and 3 of the players had a color that I've never seen before. It looks like gold or yellow. I'm not even sure. In the chat, the crewmates were blaming orange, and I was just concerned about the hacker, and nobody seemed to be talking about it. One of the players did take notice, and I told the crewmates that I can see 3 gold players, and that box ghost was Forta green on my screen. All of this is getting really confusing. The crewmates ended up voting for pink, and they were ejected. And I don't even think they were the imposter. We were all back in the cafeteria and I was honestly worried. Everyone in this lobby was suspicious. And I was correct, because as I made my way over to reactor, Box Ghost ended up taking me out, and he was Forta green. But what I found really strange was that none of the crewmates were reporting my body, almost as if it wasn't there. Or maybe I was there and they just couldn't report it. I have encountered something similar to this, but as I was thinking, Black vented. So Box Ghost and Black are the imposters. Let's hope that the crewmates can work together and vote them out. Orange was one of the crewmates that was trying to report the body, and Box Ghost ended up taking him out, which was very unfortunate, since it seemed like he wanted to do something to help me. Nobody ended up reporting his body, just like me. But when I thought things couldn't get any worse, Yellow vented. And you may be asking yourself, Chari, how is that bad? That's just another imposter. But that's imposter number 3, and we started the game with only 2. And keep in mind, Blue was a hacker, and he somehow died. This was by far one of the strangest lobbies I have ever played in. I can probably say with confidence that I have never encountered a lobby like this. This was the worst of the worst. White then eventually reported Orange's body, and the 3 players with the gold color were still alive. Black was the other imposter, so White seemed like the only innocent one. So I doubt anyone will listen to him. In the chat, I asked a question: how many imposters are there? I saw 2 people vent for sure, but there could be more. And Pink responded with, there's only supposed to be 2. So other crewmates were taking notice of what was going on. Nobody was ejected, but I was forced to spectate. I opened up the chat and John said that someone turned into an imposter, which I didn't think was possible in a match of Among Us, unless there was an imposter with some sort of power. And Dark is known to have that ability, so it could be him. In the chat, I received more information. Pink was letting everyone know that he was the imposter with Box Ghost, and that he doesn't understand how other people are venting. And I remember seeing Yellow vent. So does that mean that there was 4 imposters? That doesn't make any sense. I could be wrong, there could even be more. But then I saw White's body, and Black was walking backwards. This is so strange. What is happening? Everyone that was currently alive was very suspicious. This doesn't even feel like a match of Among Us. Me and the ghost were just looking at Black, doing his special moves, and Yellow venting. So this pretty much confirmed that there was 4 imposters, and I let the crewmates know that. It was Black, Pink, White, and Green. Then Pink said that it was 5 including himself, and that he wasn't part of that group. So how is it that there was 5 imposters in a match of Among Us, and they were walking around doing tasks? At least that's what I was thinking. As I was floating around as a ghost, I saw Black's body. So how did the imposter take him out if he was an imposter? He was venting earlier. This is all messing with my head. I opened up the chat and I let the crewmates know that Black died as an imposter. Maybe someone can give me an answer. But Pink left earlier, so there was no way of getting one. As I was floating around, I lost track of the imposters. But then I found him in medbay, and Black was doing his medbay scan, even though we saw him as an imposter in the game, which didn't make any sense. Box Ghost ended up taking the last and final crewmate, or should I say crewposter, since the other player did vent in the game. We were all back in the lobby, and there was a 3 greens. And in the chat I said that there was 4 or 5 imposters. But then Black was telling me to join them. What is he talking about? I decided to ignore them and I just got into the game. In the moment we all spawned in, Box Ghost went to go vent, and so did the other imposters. I was debating whether to go call a meeting, but they would all gang up on me. It would be a bad idea. One of the players was then eliminated, and then Blue went after me, and my screen was frozen for a few seconds. But then I realized something. Wasn't Adam an imposter? He was venting a second ago. This is the second time already. I didn't get a response, so I was just forced to float around. But then the imposters ended up winning. It was a pretty quick game. We were now back in the dropship, and Black was asking me if I was on PC. So I said yes. They were trying to convince me to join them, and that they were gonna tell me what was happening. But I didn't trust them. It was now the next game and these players began to vent again. So I knew I was in danger and I made a run for it. But as I was running, they took out John. I wasn't gonna let the crewmates down, so I reported the body. And in the chat, they kept trying to convince me to follow them. And I said, what is happening? What are you hiding? They weren't giving me an answer, they were just telling me that they wanted me to join them. But I was really tempted, because that would most likely give me the answer on everything going on. I decided to take the risk, and I let them know I found the account. But now I was getting worried. Another meeting was then called, and I typed in the chat, do you know me? Because these players were acting really suspicious. Too suspicious. I ended up finding their page, and they were trolling me. They were using colors that are not even in the game, and skins. Wouldn't this all require a private server? But then I noticed something. My player had a mini crewmate on top of my head, even though I didn't have it to begin with. Who could that be? So I got back in Among Us, and before I could type in the chat, my game crashed. If you would like to know what happened next, let's see if we can get this video to 30,000 likes. I do also want to give a massive shout out to Lazy Doggo for helping me produce this video. If you would like to help out a smaller creator, make sure to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And check out these other Among Us story videos that I found on my channel.